What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It is hot out here. It is so hot out here. I am the only one on the lake today. I'm super excited. Got one of my favorite lakes behind me. Little small 30-acre impound, holds 9 and 10 pound bass. Who knows if we're gonna catch one today, but we're definitely gonna go out there and try. See you guys on the water. All right, guys, we're gonna start off with the chatterbait today. White half ounce chatterbait with a white boot tail trailer on it. I think it's a Strike King caffeine chat, I want to say. See what we can do. Actually, I think I see a dead chat on the water right now. Turtle. Let's go check this out, see what it is. Looks like a dead bass. That's sad. So I'm starting off with the white today. Sometimes I'll use green pumpkin, sometimes I'll use black and blue. Of course, black and blue when it's overcasty and the water's dingy. Green pumpkin when it's a little bit clearer. The white kind of works at all times. The white will work in clear water, the white will work in dingy water. I just like to rotate through them. Of course, you want to try green pumpkin, and if you're not getting bit on green pumpkin, you can throw the white, or vice versa. Starting out here on a rocky point. A lot of times bass will suspend in the channel and then come up here to feed. Always check your drag when you get started. Last thing you want to do is hook a giant and your drag's not set right. Oh, that breeze feels great. Hopefully it activates these fish too. A lot of times when you're fishing the chatterbait, guys, I like a slow, steady retrieve with a quick reel twitch every now and then. Or the opposite of that, you can go fast and give it a pause every now and then. Those two retrieves tend to work really well for me. I might have had a bite. I think I was on some rocks, which is good. We want to bounce this thing through the rocks. Just tease me a little bit. Oh my gosh. Oh, he thunked it. He thunked it. Came back for it. That's a good one, guys. That's a good one. Nice. Stay down, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There. Ooh, let's go. Let's go. Oh man, she is angry. Nice one, guys. Oh. You think she wanted it? Nice one. Nice one. White chatterbait, 5-inch trailer on there, boot tail, solid fish. Probably a 2 3/4 or a 3-pounder. Let's get a weight and a length on her real quick. She hit it, she missed it, she came back for it. Guess it's probably a 2 3/4 or a 3-pounder. Alright guys, 3.1. Alright guys, let's get a length on her. So being 3 pounds, I'd say she's probably 18 1/4. That's gonna be my guess. 18 1/4. She's probably gonna flop off the board. She's pretty angry. But we'll see. Alright, we have 18, just shy of 18 1/4, guys. 18 inches. Beautiful fish. And there she goes. Whew, awesome fish, guys. Let's get back to it. This is exactly how you want to start. Not with it flopping off the board, but Everything but that. She was actually just sitting at the end of this rocky point. I've been throwing it out there, letting it settle to the bottom, and then just slowly retrieving it. I thought she might have hit it last time, but I think it was just banging on the rocks. And then she ended up coming back for it the time after that. She bit it, came out of her mouth, and she bit it again. Man, great way to start the day. Get a couple more of those and it'll be a great evening. What I'm fishing with, guys, I'm fishing with a 7.2 medium heavy. It's a favorite Phantom rigged rod. It's actually one of John B's signature rods. Sadly, he doesn't use it anymore, but it's my absolute favorite rod for chatterbaits and also for jigs. It's just an amazing rod. One thing about the chatterbait is when you set the hook, you really have to keep that rod loaded up. So what I like to do is I like to keep it straight at a 12 o'clock angle and just reel. Obviously, if it's a big girl, you're gonna have to let her run a little bit. You can thumb drag it, you can set your drag. But the important thing is keeping that rod nice and parabolic so you can pin that fish down and keep it pinned. I've lost a lot of decent fish on the chatterbait, not necessarily with this rod, but if you don't play them right on the chatterbait, they tend to throw it fairly easily. And I think it's because when they eat it, they're coming towards you when they eat it, so sometimes it's hard to get a good hook set on them. Man, this is amazing, guys. Got the whole lake to myself. Got a bite right off the bat. This is great. What we're on, guys, is we're on a big flat and there's some rocks lined up right here, so I can cast on the rocks. Also on the flat out here sticks out a point. There's a point that juts out into the creek channel. So a lot of times they'll sit in the channel, come up on that point in order to feed. So what I like to do is I like to just cast it almost in the channel, let it fall for a few seconds, and then bring it back over the rocks. What that imitates is a shad or a bluegill coming from the creek channel over to the rocks where the bass can easily ambush them. And this weather is perfect right now. It was hot earlier, but it feels great right now. All right, guys, so our wind has died down a bit. So I think what I want to do is I want to switch over to the flipping bait and the frog. Let's give it a whirl. Spro popping frog. One thing you want to do, guys, is practice your weakness. I can skip a lot of things, but I'm not very good at skipping this frog. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to keep skipping it, skipping it, and skipping it until I start to get it right and develop a muscle memory. Yeah, guys, let's go back to what was making us successful in the first place. Chatterbait, in the wind, main lake stuff. I keep getting carried away and keep wanting them to bite the way that I want them to bite. But what I need to do is listen to them. They've already told me how they want the chatterbait. Why I go frogging? Why do anything else? Now, if you do the chatterbait for a while and don't get any bites, then it's understandable. But for me to switch the chatterbait just to the frog for no reason, that's not a very smart move. Oh my goodness. I had a fish on, had no clue. Had no idea whatsoever. That's crazy. Again, just a piece of wood in the water. I don't know, I don't think he was on my bait. I think he was under it, but it kind of scared me a little bit. All right, guys, so that's the thing, man. They're on the main lake. They're on these little laydowns out in the middle. They're just relating to anything they can, but they are not on the banks. For some reason, they do not want to be up there. They want to be on the main lake. Something bumped me. Oh no. The one thing I could get stuck on, I did. Not good. This is exactly what you don't want to happen, guys. So if you're fishing one piece of cover, you don't want to get hooked on it. Thought it was stuck on the wood. It was a fish. It was a fish. It's not hooked very well. I'm not doing a very good job of landing them. Come here, buddy. Oh, nice. Nice one. Again, guys, hanging around the wood in the middle. Let's get another one. The only bad thing about these Strike King baits is the durability is just not there. It is the Swimming Caffeine Shad 5-inch. I also like to use the 4-inch as well, but with the 4-inch, for some reason, sometimes they don't make the blade vibrate, so you have to fish it really slow. As where with these, you can fish it fast or slow. Alright guys, so both of my fish have been towards the middle of the lake on a piece of cover with the chatterbait. So what does that tell me? Go fish the backs of the coves. No, I'm just kidding. Don't leave fish to find fish, guys. We got a little bit of a pattern down. See if we can replicate it here. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to run all my patterns that I have like this. So I know there's about 5 or 6 pieces of wood in the water, like the one I caught that fish off of. So what I'll do is I'll run to those 5 or 6 pieces first, and then I'll fish some other stuff like the banks. I haven't had any bites on the bank yet, so there's no point for me to just go straight to the bank and start fishing this chatterbait on the bank. Alright guys, so we know they're out here on the wood. Some of them have bit the reaction bait, but some of them probably have not. So what we're going to do is let's slow down. Let's take a finesse bait. Let's work on them a little bit. That's it, guys. The crappie. That's a nice crappie. There you go, guys. A little multi-species action. Calm down, sucker. Ooh, okay. Okay, man up here. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Alright guys. So this is what these big bass are feeding on. Probably not something that big, but probably his little brother. That's a nice crappie. Beautiful fish, guys. Just absolutely gorgeous. I'd love to get better at crappie fishing. This is the second bass I've seen, guys. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, that's not a bass, that's a shad. It's a gizzard shad. All right, guys, that is going to conclude the fishing for today. What went right? What went wrong? You always want to analyze yourself after a day of fishing. You always want to figure out what you did right, what you can do better next time. It's so important. What went right today? Color change on my chatterbait. So a lot of times I'll come out here and just stick to a green pumpkin. It's what's tied on already, so that makes it easy. Today I made that switch, made a little bit more effort, and it paid off. So the color change on the chatterbait, slowing down a little bit once I figured out where they were, finessing a little bit with that Ned rig. Didn't catch a lot on the Ned rig, but it was a good concept, it was a good idea. Another thing I could have done is I could have switched to a drop shot if I wanted to pick that area apart a little bit more. What went wrong? So what went wrong? Not too much, honestly. I branched out a little bit and tried the frog. It's not bad to branch out at all. You just don't want to stick with it if it's not working. You don't want to force a bite. I wish I would have flipped a little bit more with the Texas rig, but other than that, I think it was a great day of fishing. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Drop a like if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe for more. Thanks and have a great day.